Hey Sainers, welcome back to the Saints TV YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about the potential of an opening round clash against Collingwood. It's been in the news. There was a little bit talked about it about a month ago. St Kilda had pitched to the AFL to get a big marquee game in opening round next season. And it's looking very, very likely against Collingwood. It's going to be, I believe, on the 8th of March, 2026. Obviously not formalized yet, but there's just been things linking up and you just think it's a matter of time until this gets announced. Let's get straight into it. Obviously, I think it was Caroline Wilson that had talked about this previously, but for Spud's game, we want to do a big marquee game, big start to the season just to continue that momentum that we've got right now into the opening round at the MCG. Full house, a home game at the MCG is what we've requested, and we want it to be on the Sunday twilight fixture. Same day as the Grand Prix, which we'll talk about shortly. So this is the latest. Brendan Favola has talked about this and linked up Ed Sheeran as a pre-match show before that game. So a bit of background that Ed Sheeran actually has concerts, I think, that week. He's got an Adelaide concert on that Thursday night on the 5th of March. So that gives him enough time to get back to Melbourne, obviously, for a Sunday clash. Fev has said that they're going to play on the weekend of the Grand Prix, so there's going to be a lot of tourists and visitors in Melbourne. It's going to be a Sunday night game, twilight game. After the Grand Prix finishes, they're going to play at the MCG. Now, one of the biggest superstars in the world is also going to be in town, Ed Sheeran. He's a massive St Kilda supporter, best mates with Shane Warne, been to St Kilda games, loves St Kilda. Word has it that Ed Sheeran is going to open the AFL Premiership season and do a concert before the game. He's going to get on stage at the MCG, sing a couple of songs, a bit like the pre-game entertainment before an AFL Grand Final, like Snoop Dogg. Ed Sheeran's going to play there before Collingwood at St Kilda with the Formula One on, and all tourists. There'll be around 100,000 people at the MCG to watch Collingwood play St Kilda. Ed Sheeran, as we know, is always strongly linked to St Kilda over the years, so that would absolutely be huge. That isn't the only bit of connection when you think about it. So you've got, this is his date that we're referring to, the 5th of March, 2026. The Formula One obviously is that weekend from Thursday, the 5th of March to Sunday, the 8th of March, as we know. And then if we flick over, the other thing is Moomba. Moomba is that weekend too. And as we know, in that precinct where the MCG is, where the Grand Prix is, all of that is so close together in proximity. Moomba is running from the 5th to the 9th of March in Melbourne as well. And as we know, it's a free event, a lot of fun. A lot of people get down for that as well. And that's obviously because of the Labor Day holiday on Monday, the 9th of March. And the only other public holiday that day is in Tasmania, essentially the same day, Labor Day, 8 hours day in Tasmania. There's no other public holidays in Australia at that time. So I love that the club's pushing for this. It looks very, very likely that it's going to happen. I think from just a St Kilda point of view, we've wanted a big marquee game. We've kind of had Maddie's match. That's not really happening anymore. And Spud's game has been kind of different dates and whatnot throughout a season. We've done it before with Collingwood to great success. I think it was round 2, 2023, I think. And we won, and that was a big crowd, great turnout. And this could be a good test case for future, whether it's opening round or round 1 with Collingwood to do this. And I just think it's bullish of the club to put us, try and get us at primetime slot to open the season in Melbourne. And I don't think it compromises opening round. I know we all know why opening round exists, whether you're a fan of it or not. It exists for a specific reason, obviously to promote the northern states. We want to get, the AFL wants to create focus in those specific areas that are sort of NRL dominated, and that's not really going to change because they're obviously going to lock in Thursday night football, Friday night football, and then probably a couple of games on the Saturday in New South Wales, Queensland. And then Sunday seems very heavily Melbourne focused solely because of the Grand Prix, not to mention the Labor Day on the Monday, which none of those states would have. Tasmania does, but obviously that's not relevant to opening round right now. So the focus can shift. And I think maybe that's where the logic is. And I think that's why St Kilda's pushing for it. I think St Kilda knows that there's going to be a lot of eyeballs on St Kilda, especially straight off the bat, because no one's seen the new look St Kilda play properly. So to do it and unveil that team at the MCG in front of a massive crowd, against the biggest supported club really in the country, it seems like a no-brainer business decision, like to me, as a St Kilda supporter. I know Collingwood fans have their different feelings about it, and they've played an opening round the last couple of seasons, had to travel for it. This time they wouldn't have to travel for it, and we've wanted more MCG games, and we've pushed for that as well. So not just marquee games, but we want to play more at the MCG and put on a show, and I think that will only then help us commit to more MCG games down the line. So I think it's a really good fit. And again, I don't think it compromises opening round at all. I think if you had put, say, a New South Wales or I guess a Queensland game on that Sunday, people are going to probably focus on the Grand Prix. They're going to be out and about at Moomba. I mean, that's just obviously Victoria talking, but I just think they might see that as a missed opportunity with the MCG sitting there empty while there's so much happening around it. And it ties in perfectly to the Grand Prix wrapping up. So once the Grand Prix wraps up, people could then go to the MCG, you go to Moomba, you get some dinner, you go, I think that's the last day of Moomba as well, and then you go to the MCG for the football. So no doubt the AFL would be expecting upwards of 85,000 plus for that opening game, which would be the biggest game we've played at the MCG since the 2010 replay. It's been that long, so from Collingwood's perspective, they're just like, well, this is just a marquee game where a club's using us to get, to help sell tickets and this and that. Well, that's what happens when you're a big club. Obviously, you're going to be utilized in specific ways, and this would be one of those ways. For us, we don't get these opportunities very often. We don't get talked out. We don't get this sort of attention very often, and there's a lot of energy brewing at the moment, and St Kilda want to capitalize on that. It's ambitious. And I love it. So I just think there's too much there. I think it's going to be announced. Whether you're happy with it or not, I think most St Kilda supporters want to see the club play at the MCG, play in front of big crowds, put on a show, and the momentum that possibly could build into the season if you play in front of a big crowd and at the MCG and beat a team like Collingwood who played at the back end of September. Could have played in another grand final again. I think that's huge and something to be very excited about. So the fixture, obviously, as I mentioned in Saints TV Weekly, is a few weeks away still, but you'd imagine these sort of things will trickle through and they'll drip feed some information. And this to me is some. So Ed Sheeran's in town, Moomba's happening, Grand Prix's happening, Labor Day, Monday the next day, which means Sunday night football in Victoria is a perfect fit. And then they still get Thursday, Friday night, and all of Saturday to focus on what opening round is all about. So that's the video. Let me know your thoughts. Are you excited about this idea? Do you think, I don't know, what are your feelings about it? I feel like most St Kilda supporters would be excited about it. I'd love to open the season in huge fashion in a big build-up game. The last 2 years we've played at Adelaide Oval away on a Sunday, and we've played, I think, Saturday night in Geelong. So we're due at least to start the season in Melbourne, whether it's opening round or round one. So to me, it just makes sense. So let me know your thoughts, Sainers. Thanks very much. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. And as always, go you mighty Sainers. See you guys.